We've got Monday.com, and then we've also got Trello. I'm going to compare these two project management and task management softwares so that you know which one would be the best for you so that you can start using that and crush it with your tasks or your projects. All right, let's get started. All right, so this is Trello. If I go to the homepage, we can see what this looks like. So on Trello, you're working with boards. A board is your workspace. What I'm going to do right now is click on a board. For example, this right there, project management, is one of my boards, and it looks like this. So this is the workspace on Trello. Now you've got personal boards and you've got team boards. So if you're working on project management, I recommend inviting your team members so that they can join this board so that they can also see all of this. If you're working on task management, you can start a personal board and you can be the only person in a specific board. What you can do on Trello is create lists and cards. So this entire thing is a list and the specific points in these are cards. So what you can do is add a new list right there. For example, a to-do list. You can already see that I did some of this already, so I prepared for the video, but you can add that just like this. All right, now what I'm gonna do is archive this because we don't need it. But for example, right there, you can make a to-do list. So this is great for project management, but also for task management because you can do this personally or you can assign people if you're working on project management to a specific to-do thing. For example, make this video, I'm the person doing that. So what I can do is add members and I can add my own profile to that card so that I know that I need to do this. If you're working on project management, you can actually assign team members. So you can invite them by clicking right there on invite, and you can then send a link so that your team can join this board. What you would then be able to do is simply assign them to a task. For example, if I've got a designer that is gonna make the thumbnail for this video, I would then add him on this card so that he know that he needs to do this. You can then also add a checklist. So you can pretty much create a brand new one. So if you click, let me do right there, and then I can add, so thumbnail, upload to YouTube, for example, edit. I'm just gonna do some random stuff, but then that person knows what he needs to do. He can then also update you because if you're the CEO or the boss or whatever, the person overviewing all of this, you can see what he's done so far. So now I know that, let me get back, that this person has done 2 out of the 3 tasks that needs to be done to complete this entire thing. You can also add a due date. So for example, let's say this needs to be done before the 7th of January this year. I can then add that as a date so that that person also knows that this is about to expire and that he needs to work on that specific thing. But that's mainly how Trello works. What you can then also do is make a done list, just like that, and then the workers can simply drag this over here so that I know that it's done. He can then also do this. It will then have a green check mark, and I know as a project management overviewer that all of this is done and that I don't need to worry about it. And that's how you can set up entire workflows on Trello. For Monday.com, it's kind of similar, but they've got a different layout. So this is the layout on Monday. What you can do, you can see this is your main workspace. So this is what it looks like. On Trello, I would say that this is your main workspace. So you can see the difference there. I personally like the Trello layout a bit more, but Monday is also a great tool. So this works similar where you can simply add tasks. So if you click right there on add, what you can do is add a blank board. So I'm gonna create a board right now. And then what you can do is simply add to do things right here. For example, make a YouTube video. So you can add the specific task right there. What you can then do, similar to Trello, is add someone that needs to do that specific task. So once you've got a team set up on Monday, what you can do is click on the plus, similar to Trello, where you would simply add a member to that card. You can also do that on Monday. That person can then also add a status. So for example, if the person is still working on it, he or she can add working on it. If the person is done, he or she can change it to done, and I, as a project manager, will then know that that specific task is done, so I don't need to worry about it. You can then also add dates, similar to Trello. So I would say that all of this is pretty similar. It really depends on your personal preference to what you like to use as the layout, for example, because the layouts are a bit different. Like I said, I use Trello because that's what I started with, so it's easier for me to use this. But Monday is also a great tool, and this is highly appreciated by many people as well. On Monday, you've also got notifications, so you can see your unread messages. I was mentioned, assigned to me. So this is great for team members, because if you add a person to a specific task, if you then go to assign to me, that specific worker knows that he or she needs to do that. So that's also a great feature. You also got an inbox, so you can actually message on here as well, which I also like. And apart from that, you've got your week, you can invite members, and you can search everything. So if you go to my week, you'll pretty much see what you need to do for the specific week. Now, because this is a test account and I personally use Trello, I don't have anything that shows up on here. But you should be able to see your entire week, so the upcoming things that you need to do. So all of these will need to be done tomorrow. So that's really great, because your workers can then simply open this and they know exactly what they need to do in that specific week. And that's great for productivity and making sure that everyone actually gets their tasks done. But on Trello, you also have that. If you go to the homepage, and then if you simply go to home, you also see upcoming on here. So up next, once again, this is a test account. I cannot actually show my actual account, but all of the things you need to do will pretty much show up right here. So you can see that there are a lot of similarities on these platforms, and in my opinion, it really depends on the personal preference in terms of layouts and just user-friendly, just user-friendliness, all right? But in my opinion, I like Trello more. Like I said, I kind of have a biased opinion, because I started out with Trello, but it's just so simple, it's easy to use, it gets the job done. But it can completely be up to you guys, of course, which one you like to use. Know that this will only get you a free trial. This is completely free. If you want to, you can also upgrade, but I still use the free plan. However, these are the two different softwares that I just compared. If you appreciate this video, I would appreciate it if you can leave a like on the video. That would help me out. Subscribe if you want to see more, and let me know your questions in the comments down below. Goodbye.